Hi everyone, I'm Jeremy Reeves, Head Blender of Cornell Diehl Pipe Tobacco Company, and today we're talking about sun bear, mountain flower. So sun bear, as many of you are familiar, and those of you who are not familiar, hopefully you'll try it this time around. Sun bear was a blend that was really inspired by the fact that my girlfriend and I keep bees. And we thought that it would be cool to use our honey on a Cornell Diehl small batch, and so I worked for several months to really put together a tobacco base that, on its own, brought character that was floral and lightly caramely and a little sweet, a little fruity, and that was evocative of some of the smells and some of the tastes and some of the vibrant visuals that make up my experience of spring and summer in South Carolina. And bees are a big part of that. Our garden at home is a big part of that, and we grow a lot of different things, and so I wanted something that would sort of be a smoke that would be characteristic of some of the sorts of sights, smells, and tastes that I associate with my own experience of spring and summer in South Carolina. Then I developed a casing that prominently featured honey, and I used honey from our bees. The next time that we offered sun bear, we partnered with a beekeeper who was a pipe smoker and who was a longtime C&D fan, Vic Seastead, and we used honey from him, from the bees that he keeps, that was from a very special pollination of black locust, which is a very, very short bloom that takes place in parts of Maryland, parts of Indiana, a handful of places. Well, this time around, it's our 30th year in business. 2022 is 30 years of Cornell Diehl, and our company was founded in Morganton, North Carolina. We've partnered with an apiary in Morganton, and one of the things that is just part of being in that beautiful, charming mountain town is going on hikes and seeing and smelling all of the wildflowers that grow in the fields and in the meadows, and picking blackberries. So this year, for our 2022 iteration of sun bear, we bring you mountain flower with honey that is from a blackberry pollination and wildflower pollination from an apiary in our former hometown of Morganton, North Carolina. Sun bear mountain flower is comprised of Canadian Bright Virginia from 2019 with a beautiful lemony, sort of zesty character to it, as well as a really nice full sweetness with about 24.5% sugar, as well as 2019 Basma from Greece, which has a delightful tea and herbal sort of aroma, and 2018 Izmir from Turkey that has elements of sort of fruity and spicy notes that really play well with the tea and with the lemon of the previous two components. And then, of course, the casing that features prominently wildflower and blackberry pollination-produced honey. Other than the change in the sourcing of the honey, all of the tobacco components that are in this blend are precisely the same as previous iterations of sun bear. The blend has not changed at all, but there is subtle nuance that comes through from the honey in each of these iterations. The honey that Hillary and I produced has a tangy sort of piquancy and a slight spicy note. The honey from Vic Seastead and the black locust pollination is a little more lemony, slightly citrusy, and very, very delicate and lightly floral. This time around, you'll notice a floral element in the aroma as well as in the flavor, but you'll also notice a slightly pronounced berry character that really does come from the blackberry honey. Blackberry honey can kind of vary in the way that it tastes, but the honey that we got from Cameron Johnson, the beekeeper in Morganton, North Carolina, really does have sort of a light floral front portion to the flavor and to the aroma, but on the aftertaste, there is a deep berry character. There is a deep, like the heart of the sweetness of a blackberry. Not the tartness, not the tanginess or the tannin qualities that blackberries also have, but the heart of that flavor, that deep, sweet berry flavor, really does come through in the aftertaste. I hope everybody enjoys this as much as I've enjoyed being able to put it together. And I'm just so proud to be able to have partnered with a small business in Morganton, North Carolina, as Cornell Diehl was at the time of our founding. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.